It's big, it's beautiful, it's technologically advanced, it's fast, and it's one of the safest vehicles on the road. We're talking about this beautiful 2023 Tesla Model S. It's a fantastic all-electric luxury sedan. I absolutely love these things. This is Joe, I'm from Scarff Ford, and today we're going to talk about this 2023 Tesla Model S. We recently took it on trade. We took this one on trade for a Model X. Obviously the person was a fan of Tesla products, but he switched to a 3-row crossover versus a 4-door sedan. If you're looking for a 4-door sedan, all electric, luxury vehicle, the Model S is a great choice. And even though this one is not the Plaid, I would recommend that you drive the regular Model S before you pay the extra money for a Plaid, because it's insane. It literally has an insane mode. It is insane how fast this thing is. This is actually on level as far as performance goes to the older Model S, like with ludicrous mode. So this thing can do 0 to 60 in a little over 3 seconds. It's faster than most other vehicles on the road. It's not Plaid fast. It's not going to do 0 to 60 under 2 seconds and a quarter mile at 9 seconds, but it's still ridiculously fast. It's probably on par with how fast like a Tesla Model 3 performance is, maybe even a little bit faster. And this has some nice goodies. So basically with Teslas, if you want to get the standard exterior color, standard interior color, that's no extra charge. But if you want to get a different interior color other than black, you got to pay extra money. This has the nice cream leather interior with a wood trim. This also has a red exterior, and more importantly, it has the 21-inch arachnid wheels. Those arachnid wheels, I think, are like a $5,000 or $5,500 option, and the red exterior, I think, is about $1,500, $2,000. Then we have the yoke steering wheel. That was, I think, about a $700 or $800 option. But if you don't like the yoke, Tesla actually switched out the yoke for a regular steering wheel. I think they charge like $700 to $800 to do that. So worry not, if you're absolutely averse to the yoke, it is possible to get a regular steering wheel installed on this one. For $700 to $800, that's pretty reasonable for a new steering wheel. I like the yoke. It's really easy to use. And I like how it opens up this whole area. Normally it'd be obstructed by the steering wheel, but you have much better visibility. And this has some other goodies on it. We have enhanced autopilot. Enhanced autopilot is not something that Tesla offers anymore. It's almost like a full self-driving light. Basically, it's like full self-driving on the highway. So on the on-ramp to the off-ramp, it will change lanes. It will drive itself. It will steer the lanes. So basically, it'll operate like full self-driving just on the highway, not on regular roads. But since Tesla doesn't offer enhanced autopilot anymore, you can upgrade to the full self-driving for about $2,000 or for $2,000, which is pretty good because full self-driving right now is $8,000. So for $2,000, you can upgrade to the full self-driving. This actually has the hardware 4, which is the more advanced full self-driving computer. I have a Tesla, but mine has the old hardware 3, which has inferior cameras and an inferior computer. The full self-driving 4 has the latest in full self-driving technology. You have higher definition cameras, and you have a full self-driving computer that can operate more intensive software. So actually right now, I'm being left behind with my full self-driving Model 3 since I have the older full self-driving 3 computer. I'm not getting the latest updates to full self-driving. Right now they have full self-driving 13 rolling out to people, but that's only with hardware 4 equipped vehicles, not hardware 3 equipped vehicles. Eventually they might have a fix for us hardware 3 people. Maybe they'll install a new computer or something like that free of charge. But if you're looking for a full self-driving Tesla, this is your ticket. You got the full self-driving 4 computer, and you're easily upgradable to the full self-driving with that enhanced autopilot. Pretty cool stuff. So you can see that the majority of the functionality is in this screen, and that's by design. A lot of other vehicles, a lot of other EVs, like we have a BMW i4, which is one of BMW's latest, all-electric sedans, but it still looks and functions like a regular gas-powered, BMW. Has an on and off switch. It has hard buttons and knobs, which is fine for some people that are averse to having a big learning curve. But I can tell you, it's not a huge learning curve if you use an iPad or an iPhone. Using this Tesla is not that much different. It's basically a smartphone on wheels. It's a computer on wheels. And Tesla is really heavy at pushing over-the-air updates. It seems like every couple months, they have a new over-the-air update giving you new features, improving the safety, improving the functionality, changing the design of the display. So this is infinitely reconfigurable. It's not, when you have a hard button or knob, that's there forever. This you can constantly change. Even my Tesla, which is a 2019, with over their updates, they keep my car relevant, even though I don't have all the same stuff as the latest, 2023, 2024 Teslas. A lot of the updates, a lot of the software that they're adding, I benefit from that too. Like they recently added YouTube, Music, which I use, TuneIn Radio, Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Music. They're constantly adding new apps to use. Then you have the arcade mode. They're constantly adding new games. They're adding new stuff to the toy box. You have the silly stuff like the whoopee cushion. You have a boom box where you can change the sound of the horn. You can talk through the horn. You can play music through the horn. You can have the car play a light show. You have a multi-track recorder. Some of the stuff is like parlor tricks, but some of the stuff is actually really functional. And as far as the video games go, you can't play the video games while you're driving. I think that people in back can play the video games while they're driving, but we'll get to that. You have to play these while you're stopped. But the cool thing is this has a pretty advanced processor. It's almost like as fast as a processor on some home computers. So you can play pretty graphics intensive games. You can actually get a wireless Xbox style computer. Some people even get a wireless keyboard and mouse to play some of the video games on this screen. It's pretty ridiculous how fast it is. And then also you can't do this while you're driving, but while you're parked, maybe you're waiting in line, you're waiting at the supercharger, maybe you're waiting at the ferry dock, maybe your spouse is shopping, you're waiting in the car with your kids. You can watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, TikTok, and they're constantly adding stuff there as well. I can go on and on about this car that's so different. So there's no gear selector. So there's a couple different ways to do this. You can actually have it intuitively decide if you want to go to reverse or forward. Obviously, if you're parked in front of a wall, chances are you're going to want to go in reverse. So it'll automatically put it in reverse when you put your foot in the brake. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just swipe forward or you can swipe backward and that will put in reverse or drive. We have this amazing parking camera, which gives you great situational awareness. But it also operates like a dash cam. Once you have a USB drive and the data drive, this is constantly recording everything that goes around the vehicle when it's parked, and you have Sentry mode on. If there's any people near the car, it'll record it if anyone vandalizes your car. In fact, I was at a sushi restaurant and walking to my car, this guy comes out flailing in his arms saying, "Please stop." And I guess someone hit his car. He had a hit and run while his car was parked. He had this new Subaru he just bought, this beautiful WRX, and someone sideswiped it in the parking lot and took off. And he asked me, "Hey, I see you have a Tesla." He's hip to knowing that the Teslas have the cameras. And I'm like, I wasn't sure, but I checked, and lo and behold, I have the whole footage. I got the person's plate. They actually had a really nice car. By the looks of their car, they could probably easily afford to pay to have that car fixed or give him his insurance, but they did a hit and run. I think they probably knew they did something. I think looking at the footage, he probably knew he hit a car, but I don't know. Maybe he was or she was, medicated or inebriated or what. I don't know. But you can see how these things can come in really helpful. There's a lot of times where people were in accidents and the cops weren't sure whose fault it was, where it clearly shows whose fault with these dash cameras. So these things are absolutely amazing. And going back to the gear selector, you can also select the gears with these buttons on the dashboard, as well as access the hazard lights. The car is very tunable. You can put insane mode, chill mode, there's drag strip mode. You can control the weight of the steering. That's the auto shift system. We have an adjustable air suspension. You can adjust that. So much to go over in this vehicle, so much to talk about, but it's pretty easy. Once you get the hang of it, it'll be swiping through these menus and adjusting stuff like nothing. The climate control system is really easy to use as well. We have heated, cooled front seats. We have a heated steering wheel, heated seats in the back. I love the interior design. It's almost like a sensory deprivation chamber. You're not overly cluttered with buttons and knobs. It's a very quiet vehicle. Teslas are some of the quietest vehicles on the road. So it really is a very pleasurable driving experience to commute in this vehicle. Since we don't have an engine up here, we have a frunk, so you have all this space to absorb crash energy in a frontal collision. That's what makes the Model S one of the safest vehicles on the road. And you have obviously more storage as well, since you have a frunk. Recently, the European crash standards, they retested the Model S when it got its refresh, and the European car crash standards, the car crash testing, is even more stringent than us in the US, and the Model S passed with flying colors, one of the safest vehicles they tested. Lots of space back here. I had that seat kind of leaned back a little bit far. I'm 6'2", but I still have plenty of headroom, plenty of legroom back here. Nice spacious interior. Then you have this nice touchscreen here. You can operate the climate control system. You can watch movies. You can listen to music. You can play video games. This thing looks absolutely beautiful in red, and it has these nice 21-inch upgraded erected wheels. And as far as a Plaid goes, there's really no visual difference between this and a Tesla Model S Plaid. So if you like the way it looks, Plaid's not going to really look any different. The only way you can tell is by looking on the screen or the little Plaid logo in the back of the vehicle. Even though this has a sedan profile, we have a more functional lift back, giving you greater access to the cargo area, easy to put stuff in, easier to take stuff out. You have this cargo area cover, which is easily removable, and you can fold down those rear seats for even more cargo space. And since there's no gas tank or an exhaust system, there's the charger. This is a sunshade, so we have that big glass roof panel in the roof, so if it gets too bright out, you can put that sunshade in there in the summer months to help dim things down. Well, there you have it, a beautiful example of a 2023 Tesla Model S. Beautiful features. I love the color combination. I love the erected wheels, and I really love that enhanced autopilot. It would be even better if it has full self-driving, but for $2,000, that's just a drop in the bucket to upgrade to amazing full self-driving software, where you can maximize it with this hardware for computer. Thanks for watching, and have a wonderful day.